I looked at your manifestos, and the Workers' Party has said unequivocally from 2006 to last year that the Workers' Party wants the EIP to be abolished, and people should be able to stay wherever they want in our estates. Let me quote page 28 of the 2020 manifesto. I quote, "The ethnic quotas of governing citizens' home ownership of HDB flats should be abolished. This would address the disadvantage faced by ethnic minority HDB flats resellers. Abolishing the quota will not cause racial disharmony among Singaporeans. After more than 50 years of nation building, our society has evolved and achieved multiracial integration that has gone beyond the need for mandating proportionally mixed neighborhoods. Singaporeans should therefore be given the freedom to choose where their homes will be without taking into account race." Now, it is the same in 2015. In 2011, that's the same position. And that is the same also in 2006. And I just wanted to understand the rationale and indeed what the position is. Because in the House, there has been no clear and unequivocal position taken by the Workers' Party that you want the EIP abolished because you object to it, and that Singapore has reached such a high level of multiracialism that is no longer necessary.
So the position is this. The current policy as it stands has a larger impact on minorities, penalizing them in the pocket when they have to sell their flat. By minorities, I mean not just racial minorities, those who are affected by it, including Chinese. And for that reason, the EIP as it stands needs to be reviewed.
As I've said earlier, the EIP has its rough edges. We continue to look at how we can smoothen the rough edges of EIP and ensure that new generation of Singaporeans who have not lived through the tumultuous early days of Singapore history continue to support measures, may not be popular measures, but necessary bulwarks to ensure that our multiracial character is in substance and not in form. Because of the impact on minorities, which we've said we address through appeals as well as through continuous smoothening of the rough edges, does he still take the position that we want to abolish the EIP for that reason?
Ours is a philosophical point. We take the position because we want to endeavor and move towards a race-neutral society.
Both the WP and we agree, we do want a race-neutral society. We want a society where everybody can live happily together. It's a question of how do we get there? And one of the things that the PAP government has put in place is the EIP. The WP in its manifesto has said, abolish it. Mr. Pritam Singh comes to Parliament today and says, revisit, review, underlying philosophy, and a few other things. I just want to know, today, is the WP saying we should remove the EIP? If you are saying that we should do that, say so. On the other hand, if you're saying that, keep the EIP, but let us improve it and ameliorate the impact on minorities, say so. And then I think we know where we both stand and where we are in agreement.
So we still aim to remove it, but until we get there, we have to, as Minister said, even out the rough edges as much as possible. And at some point, I hope in my generation, within our generation, we reach that place where we are race neutral. Doesn't mean that races don't, sometimes things don't bubble over.
I thank the member for that very clear position. In 2006 and all the way till last year, WP's position is that we've already reached a level of multiculturalism and therefore unequivocally call for, in 2006, election after election, for the immediate abolition of EIP. But the Workers' Party's position today in 2021 is that we still need the EIP. We work towards a race-blind society, and we endeavor to reach there, and at some point, hopefully, may not need EIP. So that is a clear change in political position. I thank the member for that.